On Wednesday, June 5th, the Canadian Armed Forces, the CAF, issued a directive that as of July 2nd, 2024, there will be new stricter dress codes in effect for all serving members. For those who follow Canadian military affairs closely, this new direction is actually a sharp reversal of the recent controversial policy change, which was announced in September 2022.
Over the ages, uniformity has been a method used to instill discipline.
At that juncture, Chief of Defence Staff General Wayne Eyre and then Canadian Forces Chief Petty Officer First Class Gilles Gregoire had made a joint announcement repealing many of the military's traditional regulations on dress and deportment. It is time to target why the CAF is changing course once again when it comes to the uniform appearance of its members.
Many of us have grown up with an ingrained view of what a traditional sailor, soldier, or aviator must look like. Over the ages, uniformity has been a method used to instill discipline. But uniformity does not equal discipline or operational effectiveness any more than the color or length of your hair defines your commitment or professional competence. Alors, à mesure que notre société évolue, nos normes militaires changent et évoluent aussi. Nous trouverons un équilibre entre nos traditions, les attentes de la société et les besoins de service.
To achieve that goal, Eyre and Gregoire went on to explain that there would no longer be restrictions on hairstyle, hair color, facial hair, tattoos, and piercings. From that point forward, service members would be free to wear the uniform items that are no longer gender specific.
What we will not change is our need to be a disciplined and operationally effective force.
The irony of having these two particular veteran senior military leaders, both Eyre and Gregoire being bald, middle-aged Caucasian males, talking about the inclusivity of relaxed dress standards would have been hilarious were it not for the gravitas of what they were announcing. It was not just the hardcore military traditionalists who were alarmed by these regulation changes. It was anyone who understands the definition of the word uniform. Included in Eyre's statement was a strong argument against the removal of these standards. Yes, people have an ingrained view of what they want military members to look like. Just like police officers or first responders, we expect a certain level of professional appearance. Likewise with airline pilots or flight attendants. That the CAF would allow individuals to sport all manner of hairstyles, including hair color and outlandish facial hair, would naturally have an impact on the public's perception of all in uniform, even if only a relative few availed themselves of these new freedoms. This latest directive is an attempt to ensure that the deportment and appearance of all ranks in uniform or when wearing civilian attire shall on all occasions reflect credit on the CAF and the individual. The official announcement noted that while Eyre and Gregoire's policy change had some positive effects, it also noted that there has been inconsistent interpretation and application. That, my friends, is one hell of an understatement. To be fair, the proposed new dress codes are not going to be draconian in that we will see nothing but high and tight U.S. Marine Corps style haircuts. For instance, the directive states that hair extending below the lower portion of the shirt collar must be tied back away from the face. The volume of hair must not prevent the proper wearing of the headdress or protective equipment. The fact that service members now have to have a regulation in place telling them they cannot have so much hair that they cannot don a hat speaks volumes for how low Eyre and Gregoire lowered the bar. In announcing the imminent changes to the dress code, Canadian Forces Chief Warrant Officer Bob McCann said what got lost in translation is that we, who choose to serve, represent when we wear the CAF uniform. We do not represent just our individual selves, but everyone who wore this uniform and fought before us so that we can enjoy the freedoms and way of life we get to enjoy today. This seems such a logical understanding of the word uniform that one just has to ask, just what the heck were Eyre and Gregoire thinking? This has been On Target. I'm Scott Taylor.